completely different. In your heart, you know he's right.
What do we got here? We'll get to Usher in a second. I just don't have the energy. Should we just get the Usher news out of the way? Whatever, just deal with it. Usher's the worst! This guy was defending Diddy. It makes you wonder what Usher knows. It makes you wonder what's going on with Usher. Man, I used to love Usher growing up. These are my confessions. He's a scumbag. He's the worst. He literally gave girls herpes. And he thinks he's better than you. He thinks he's above us. Unfortunately, he kind of is. Well, here is Usher discussing Diddy and why Diddy's not that bad. I've been noticing recently a lot of people are kind of like saying, oh yeah, Diddy's bad, but he's aight. Adam22 did it recently because he probably wants to interview Diddy. Well, here's Usher discussing Diddy and how he's not that bad of a guy. He's a good guy. He's a role model. He's a scholar.
It might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is. The standard.
This is what narcissists do when they talk about other narcissists. They change the subject so you forget what we're talking about.
Is that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness.
Oh, so he made a bunch of songs where he talked over women and treated them badly behind the scenes. Shut your ass! So sick of this. You did something. The fact that you and Bieber got into that huge fight makes me wonder what the hell's going on.
That they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs.
You're not going to, because when he gets out, you're going to want to have new music. And also, if you say something, you might incriminate yourself.
My experience was not what the world has seen.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to have sex with you. He wasn't lubing you up. Even though he might have done it to make a mill.
And how he's been, misrepresented.
He's not been misrepresented. He's been perfectly represented with terrible charges they were never going to get him on.
I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying...
Oh, he's far from perfect.
And that all of us don't have flaws. But I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable.
Okay, so he made good music and had cool jackets. I had a Sean John in 09. Who cares? He's a terrible person. And so are you.
Contributions that this man made for us as black entrepreneurs.
That's like saying, I'm sure he would side with OJ, but that's like saying O.J. Simpson was great in the movie Airplane and good on Monday Night Football before I was born. Oh yeah, so what if he murdered? You know what? I was going to say Michael Jackson, but he was found innocent, even though I believe he's not.
For us as businessmen, for us as people who transition.
Oh, cool. So he's a successful businessman. This is what I hate about businessmen. They're all scumbags, and they defend each other. It's the cool kids club, like Tampa Morning Radio.
Culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created.
Yeah, the men benefited. They got rich from him, not the women or him going into the woods with Bieber. Shut your ass.
And I acknowledge that.
You acknowledge it. Okay. Try to think of an example. This is such an inside radio reference, but there's a legendary radio host named Humble Harv. He's now dead, but he influenced Steve Dahl, blah, blah, blah. He killed his wife, and it was found to be manslaughter. Okay, the dude's good at radio, but he killed somebody. Ben Roethlisberger, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. I think you get my drift. You can be good at what you do, and at the same time be a scumbag. That's what I always say about Tampa Morning Radio and morning radio in general. A lot of these guys are insane. They're egomaniacs that were not cool growing up, and it's going to go with whatever Gen X morning host. But then they got to their city, and they're the man. You can be the man. You can be talented, but still be a loser. Being the man does not prevent you from being a loser. I'm sorry. It doesn't. And that is that.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Time for Hoppe in the morning. Ryan Hoppe
HoppeOfHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
The semen was so big.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Oh, yeah. Let me press this button. Right here. Okay?
Don't worry, Fresno. Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah.